How you doing, everybody? Stephen Martinez. Putting a quick shout out here. We got Athena, Apollo. Would you get higher up? Come on. You know how to do this. Well, let's go. That's Fu. She's a new guy. And she's pretty cool, man. She likes to roll around like this. Today is interesting. I just got pulled over by the police officers again for the supposed same infraction. Gliding through a stop sign, which that's what we do here in LA, in case you didn't know it. And you could sit all day at a stop sign here and just write tickets all day if that's what you wanted to do, but you don't want to do that, especially right now. And so I had a long talk with the police officers. I got that one on video too, but we're going to wait on that one because I had a breakthrough. Officer Rodriguez and his counterpart, I didn't catch his name. Most of my interaction was with Officer Rodriguez here in the West Hollywood. And I got out of the car and said, well, when I got out of the car, they wanted to throw me to the fence, and that's just instinct and being careful, I assume. But I said, listen, brother, I'm Mexican just like you are, I may look white, but I was raised Mexican. My father, Edwardo Romero Martinez, certainly is probably up to, doing all this stuff with us right now. He's on the other side, passed away, transitioned two years ago. I had the pleasure and the honor of being raised by a Mexican father who gave me everything, including the shirt off my back. And I do mean that literally. I had some harsh criticisms, and I want to, even though we need harshness right now, it's a time of waking up. It's a time of taking on the responsibility and the things you've been up to. Certainly, I've made very clear about the straw man, the birth certificate straw man, how the police officer is using it as a weapon, as a gaffing device to hook people into the twisted court system, who then calls you in by that name, that fake you. That name spelled in all capital letters. So anyway, we had a long interaction. I got a 10-minute video, and I'm not so sure I'm going to put it up because I've already sent that video. This was different. Would you crawl on my shoulder, man? You're making this really tough. Let me sit right here for a second. This time we had a breakthrough, okay? And someday Officer Rodriguez and his children will see this and know that we on a soul level we had a breakthrough. I explained to the nice men what was going on. They heard what I had to say. They still wanted me to sign my name to that ticket, all capital letters. I said, guys, that's not my name. That's a fake name. That's a dead entity. Why would I sign my name to a dead entity, a fictitious corporate entity? Come on, get up here. So I said, I can't do that, guys, because the last guy did it through a computer system. They've already figured a way around that one. We'll just do it right through the credit card thing there and have it nice and packaged for you. That last ticket, by the way, before I use it as toilet paper, I had all kinds of little tiny writing that you have to read about. Would you get up here? Hold on a second, let me adjust. Come on, do it right. So, after speaking for quite a while, I got out of the car. And by the way, I had just came from East LA where I'm doing my work. I'm doing God's work, guys. Can you imagine a full morning and afternoon of doing God's work, come home to a police officer pulling you over to give you a ticket? But of course, it was more than that. It was way more than that. Did I say I'm one with Creator, by the way? I am that I am. One with the Christ, one with the love of High Creator and the infinite love that we all are. We are one, we are not separate. And that was my message today with these guys. I said, and I want all the police officers to hear this, because I also met some really cool ones the other day at a cafe in downtown LA. A man that, might as well have been my own brother or father, actually. I love this guy. And again, I had to see that there is beauty there, and there is really good people that maybe don't know what they're up to and what they've been put up to. And so as we went along and we talked, I said, guys, listen. And they understood me. They're like, here, sign the ticket. And I go, I can't do it. Well, no, I can't. I said, what do you want? What can you do for me? I said, sign a different name. And Officer Rodriguez, and I know this is a big deal, he went underneath that name spelled in all caps, that fake you, that straw man, fictitious, soulless corporate entity that we are, owning up to, and that the court system is pulling you in by. The ticket from that police officer is a contract, getting you to sign under that. Officer Rodriguez spelled my name correctly. And he spelled my name correctly underneath that name. I said, brother, I love you for that. That's a big deal, man. You have just signed my... Actually, I would have had all underscore letters, but it's okay. This is close enough. He saw me as a man. Do you understand me? He saw me as a human being. He saw me as a spiritual warrior and somebody that's standing up for everybody, the police force and the citizen. I'm standing up for the veteran and for the veteran that's in a lot of serious issues right now. Guys, the souls have been compromised. We have been compromised. It's time to wake up to the game, and what the police department and these guys need to comprehend is that everything's coming right back to you right now. So if you're up into the slave game, which everybody is, simply agents of the matrix here, we got to wake up to what's going on so that you can go, oh shit, oh my God, pull your own kids out, stop offering our children up to this beast system like child sacrifice that it is, and go, wait a minute, man, we've been strung along. We've been bamboozled and lied to and fooled. And guess what? We're taking on the karmic debt and the penalty for this, while those fat, rich, old, white, shriveled up, blood drinking, vampires are getting you to do their dirty work. Guys, wake up. This is the big wake up here. So rather than put that video about our instant interaction, I wish we had the later interaction. I didn't get that on camera, but I can tell you right now that we saw each other as brothers. Do you understand? On the battlefield of life. I told those guys straight up. I said, listen, let me tell you about me right now. I'm in the prayer position all day, but don't let that fool you. If anything went down with you right now and you were up against some criminals and you were in a gunfight, a war, or whatever it was, I would be right there with you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart and soul. That goes for every man in uniform, because I am bound contractually to every man in uniform as being an embodiment of Archangel Michael. Okay, that's just in my soul and in my blood. You know what I mean? So my job is to wake you guys up any way that I can. And if it's with a loud voice and a harsh voice, then let it be that way. If it's with a loving, tender voice, then let it be that way. Okay? We're crossing the freeway, and I got to hold on to this one. Later.